Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. Getting that burping. Just make sure all this hotness is working here. Let's make sure the stream is working. Welcome to the ASMR Big Cake live stream. That's not true. That's not gonna happen. Okay, everything's good here. So yeah, I waited a little bit. Is it just me? Is it just me? Oh, that's nice. All right, dropping some Drake. Yeah, so it's gonna be the typical live stream with some other shit. I just waited for a bit because I know on Fridays is a little bit challenging. I should push these to Saturday, but I'm more of a fan of the Friday live stream, kind of like a review of the previous week. Oh shit. Oh, that was a bad burp. So yeah, it's kind of a review for the previous week, and then maybe answer some questions, and then call it a hot stream here. But hopefully, we could get some stuff done here, because that's what I like. So the trick that I put out today is definitely a hot one, and it's from an underrated magician, at least for the new people trying to get into Magic. You're at 7-Eleven. That's funny. That's actually really funny. You should look for these cards. I beat these up to shit. But again, I typically like to beat up cards until they no longer could be used. Anyway, so the trick I put out today was an idea originated by Gary Kurtz, who's a magician that not a lot of the young ones know, but he is someone that all the 90s kids and 80s people would greatly appreciate. So he is the one that came up with that remember and forget plot. I think somebody mentioned in the comments that it's kind of the same as that transposition trick, and it is. But at the same time, Gary Kurtz is the one that came up with that remember to forget and forget to remember plot, because that's such a good plot. And even though the trick is simple, it's pretty much just a double lift. It's a double lift. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's a double lift. You control 2 cards, and then that's it. I think the storyline is what hooks people in, especially the idea of one card that they remember and another card that they forget. It's pretty good. In his original trick, he did it with 3 people, from my memory. So you'd have 3 people pick cards. So you'd have actually 6 cards picked, and then he would change each subsequent card to the card that the person chose to forget or remember to forget. So I always found that very good in terms of presentation. So this is just my way of simplifying it. But again, yeah, it's not really anything new. It's a control and a double lift. But I think the story is kind of what makes it good. And if you choose to use that, you know, remember, forget, it's a really good hook. And more often than not, the spectator does in fact actually remember the card that they picked. I see some Jabrizi's a cunt. Evanera is better than Jabrizi by Zuda Cutley. That's hotness. I mean, I would love to see them both fight. That'd be an amazing interaction if you have Evanera and Jabrizi either collab or fight. I would actually pay money for that. A lot of magic tricks are the same moves. The story is what makes it different. Is very important. Yeah, 100% right. It's definitely the story that makes up the trick, and especially something as simple as this is literally a control and a double lift. So, oh boy, let's see some other stuff here. Advertised Pig Cake 2018. Yes, you should definitely do that. Definitely want to grow this channel, but again, I'm very satisfied it's where it's at now. Of course, I'm always trying to get it to grow, but it's not like I'm not happy with the direction that it's going. So that's always some hotness. I'm gonna start promoting you, the fuck, or TF. I don't know if that stands for the fuck or TF, but yeah, dog. Any promotion is always hotly encouraged. But anyways, final thoughts on a trick that I put today. That's something that I filmed, I think, last week. Also, that coffee. People don't seem to be noticing or knowing that's a particular style of Cuban espresso. Because somebody said, why is the coffee red? It just looks red because of the sugar. It's a lot of sugar in that. Somebody, let's see, Andreas Schelkner says, show us a smooth top change. Well, obviously on camera, it's not going to be good. But as far as tips on a top change, I think the best person is David Williamson, obviously. Every time you see somebody do a top change, they always refer to him, and for good reason. So top change is more of an attitude thing. Obviously, you do need the sleight of being able to change the card silently, but it's more of an attitude thing. So and I think the way he describes it and the way I've always thought of it, it's an exercise in attention and then relaxation. So if you put a lot of attention on this particular card right here, you put attention, you put attention, you put attention, and then you release that attention. That little offbeat that you create, that's the perfect time to do the actual mechanics of the top change. But as far as, on camera, obviously a top change and then a move you want to do, because this doesn't change. It doesn't really change. But that's kind of the best advice I could give you for a top change. The mechanics are easy. You're just pretty much switching one card for the other. The trick is when you do it. That's the actual trick. You get it, because the death. I see a lot of, there's a lot of different languages happening in the comments. This is kind of hot. I don't know if that's something saying, okay, all right, things are happening here in the comments. I'm from India, dude, and a bunch of people. Is that Indian? Pardon my ignorance, but is that Indian in the comments in the chat here? Might be. I know it's not. I know it's not the language of freedom in America. Let me just be as ridiculous as possible. Yeah, you're welcome, Andreas. That's just some basic tips on a top change. But again, I think that as far as the top change, it's more of an attitude move. It isn't necessarily a move that could hold up scrutiny, especially if you don't know how to maintain and control that attention. So you're putting focus, then relax, and then on that relaxation, that's when you execute the actual move. So yeah, that's kind of the best advice I could give you. Somebody that uses a top change as good. James Brown, not the singer, obviously, the guy with the very unfortunate name. But James Brown has a really good touch on doing the top change and then having the spectator forget a card. Very similar to what I did in the little project that I have out. But I hope that answers your stuff. Somebody says, oh, I turn on YouTube and there's a live cunt. Yeah, that's right. There's a live cunt. Always. Not really. Hugh Hefner's dead. Yeah, Hugh Hefner's definitely dead. I gotta say, he is 91, so he had it coming. I mean, that's what happens when you're old. You die. He did live a long and fruitful life, but I imagine that whoever he was married to is gonna be banking hard as fuck. Fuck me, daddy. Unfortunately, my penis is not that big, so I can't. Assuming that you are far away, I can't stretch my already massive penis to where you are, Steven. Let's see. Yo quiero Taco Bell. I gotta tell you. Oh, his wife isn't getting shit? Really? Wow, that's fucked. I mean, makes sense, obviously. But wow, that's kind of figgy fucked. And then there was something about some article saying that he's getting buried next to Marilyn Manson. And that's kind of weird. People are kind of freaking out about that. Not Marilyn Manson. Fuck. What's the one? The hot one. Marilyn. Yeah, there you go. Marilyn Manson. And then people are freaking out for that for no reason. That's fucking weird. And then you said, of course, R.I.P. Bobby Heenan. That's another great talker. Not known outside of the world of professional wrestling. But yeah, Lindsay, I gotta say, Bobby Heenan, rip in peace, dog. My nigga, Marilyn Monroe, yeah. I said Manson like a retard. Yes, apparently he's getting buried next to Marilyn Manson, and he got some shtick for that. I don't know why. I mean, fuck. If he would have ever hit that, it would have been at a time when he was really young. So I don't understand why that's an issue. Yo, Piggy, what's your favorite any card at any number version? Well, obviously mine. The one that I'm selling. But apart from the one that I'm selling and being a massive shill for, I would have to say it's the one that I taught on the channel that involves that sort of switch. It's the one that I taught on the channel that involves that switch, just because it's an easy version to do. There's another one that I also taught, which is something based on, I think, a John Kerry idea. Yeah, it's a variation on the Shinobi switch. by Emran Reyes. But I'm just pretty much breaking the move down, whereas he used the move kind of as a control. I kind of wanted to break down that move and use it as an actual counting down as opposed to just spreading. But yeah, it's obviously originating in Emran Reyes' Shinobi Switch. Great fucking move. Hot move. Yeah, Sean Farquhar's move is a really good one. But unfortunately, that's a very hard routine to do. I don't like, I mean, I would like to do the easiest one without compromising the method, and I think that the methods that I've, done and come up with are the better ones. In terms of just for me, I'm sure Sean Farquhar, for him, that's the best method for him, but yeah. The methods I like doing are either self-working or easy as shit, because I am a lazy motherfucker, so... Yeah, so as far as any card, any number, I am, and I hate that there's one that Andrew Gerard, in his, one of the more recent, he came out with a little set, like a download called, what's it called, fuck. He came out for download called Touches on Hoy. So he's talking about the Hoy principle and the book test and a bunch of stuff from David Hoy. And one of them is an any card at any number from a shuffled deck that is legitimate. It's fucking perfect. There is a really bold action, but it's probably my favorite any card at any number, not including the ones that this guy has come up with. But that one, if you haven't seen it already, Andrew Gerard Touches on Hoy. Fuck that motherfucker. He had such a good version of how to do it. I'm very, very, very jealous for not having come up with the method early. Because the method is one of those that you're like, oh, okay, fuck my ass for not coming out with that earlier. Because it's just simple. And the fact that nobody saw that is unbelievable. So there you go, Hulk 30. I imagine Hulk 1 through 30 or 29 were taken. And you had to be Hulk 30. But you know what? You're still Hulk nevertheless. Andreas, do you like gimmicks? I don't. I'm not a fan of gimmicks. I'm really not. I like getting this, getting a deck and then it's good to go. Let me turn this off. But yeah, I just prefer impromptu stuff. You could see it pretty much by the content of the channel that it's mostly tricks that are, impromptu or tricks that require very little setup. There's very little gimmicks that I use, if at all. I don't think I put one video with, maybe there's a couple tricks with double backers, but apart from that, I haven't really put a lot of tricks that involve a lot of gimmicks, and I did that on purpose. Obviously, not a lot of people have access to gimmicks, so why would I have a channel where I have a bunch of gimmicks and shit? I prefer something that you can just get a deck or get some coins and then be able to do. So that's some hot stuff. Let me see some stuff. Somebody mentioned Abhinechek. Wow, I just fucking killed that. What about Jabrizi? I don't know. What about Jabrizi? Again, I don't like mentioning Jabrizi anymore. I really want to do an entire video dedicated to Jabrizi, but then I realized, oh, this guy's just thriving, living in the attention whore that he's created, like this attention whoredom, for lack of a better term. That he created. Let me see if I could do that with one hand with these fucking disgusting cards. Nope. I could do it. Is he doing a live stream, Xavier? When is he doing it? I'll probably end up jumping on that just because. Oh boy, yeah, the hotness. Holy shit, that took way too long. Is he doing it right now? Should we invade it? Should we actually invade it? Let me see if there's a subscription. Let me check my shit. Hey, oh, but he's at Phantasma. Okay, that's why. That's the odd part. He's at Phantasma. I've been there a couple times. It's fucking a dope-ass magic store. I gotta tell you, though, it's kind of a weird place, magic stores. I mean, down here, we don't have a lot of them, but I gotta say, the ones in New York are definitely A1. Let me see. Pig Cake, I lost a card from my deck. Shall I change my deck? No? I mean... if you're missing one card, that really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, dog. I mean, obviously, unless you do tricks that involve knowing all the cards in the deck, then, that's when it becomes a little bit fucked. But if you're missing one card, dog, it doesn't matter. Let me see. Jabrizi is even using a different actress for his girlfriend these days. That's fucked. That's kind of fucked. Not only fucked on his end, if that's true, but fucked on your end for assuming that he has a actress girlfriend. That's a little bit fucked. But you know what? I'll take it, dog. I'll take it. Somebody said about the dog. Steven, you read that gay shit, but you don't read the question where I ask you, where did you get that dog from? That is not a dog. That is a Rocky. That's a Rocky raccoon, which I purchased immediately after watching David Williamson do his little Rocky shit. He does a little fucking... I'm not about to grab it because there's going to be fur everywhere. But I bought it because of that, and I really haven't used it apart from videos. I'm not going to lie, boy, but you are such a legend. Motherfucking legend. Thank you, man. I appreciate Hulk04. Let's see something else. What's your favorite deck of cards to use? 7-Eleven bicycle cards are definitely my favorite. They're not my favorite. I just bicycles, dude. I like bicycles. Just because you could just buy them anywhere, and that's it. Now, recently, Walgreens has started to stock cards like this, which is just weird as shit to me. Because why would you go back and get like a throwback and use fucking, you know, or sell these cards that originally came out in like 2008? But I've always wanted a deck of these. I never bought it because I read the reviews that said that the cards get dirty way too easy. They get dirty way too easy. But I, of course, bought them because why the fuck not if it's in Walgreens? But yeah, but these are the Black Tigers. So I don't go out of my way to buy playing cards. I'm not really a fan of that whole, let me buy every single deck that's ever come out. Not a fan of that. But if the deck's there, I'll buy it. Like if it's somewhere accessible to me, I'll buy it. I bought all of those Black Tigers, Gold Steambook, Aurora. Yeah, they're all over fucking Walgreens. I don't know what deal Walgreens has, but it's going to end up costing me a fuck ton. A fuck ton. Yeah, Lindsay, there you go. Bought all of those Black Tiger, Steambook, Aurora. The Aurora ones looked like AIDS, which is why I did not get them when I had the opportunity. Are you right-handed or left-handed? I am right-handed. I'm right-handed. That's, I don't know, obviously if you hold the cards in your left hand. I used to make the mistake. Actually, when I was younger, I learned how to do the fan. I actually still haven't learned how to do a fan with my left hand. So it looks like shit with my left hand. But I learned how to do a fan with my right hand. And I've never been able to... The only fan I could do with my left hand is a pressure fan. That's the only one I could do with my left hand. But as far as the right hand, I learned how to do it with my right hand. And just learned this blank fan by accident. So I've always done it like this when I want to show the pips. I had to do this weird reverse fan just because when I was younger, I didn't learn how to do it properly and didn't realize, oh, I'm supposed to do the fan with the left hand. So that's why my fan look how shit that looks in the left hand. 15 fucking years. And my fan in my left hand looks like an aborted fetus. But I like doing it with the right hand. Because then you get this cool little, I think Burglas fans his cards out like that. Burglas fans his cards out like that for his Thought of Cards routine, I think. Might be mistaken. But, yeah, there you go. I am right-handed. I did it with the left first try. Thank you. All right, fucking show off. Kaya Shayar. Fuck. I just wrecked that. But, yeah, I never just learned it with my left hand. I should. But the only one I know is the pressure fan of my left hand. The only thing I got. There you go. And then this goes to show you how this is a new move to me, by the way. That's how kind of old school I am. I just recently learned that move. I think I mentioned that in one of the live streams that I learned that recently. So that's recent to me. Like all the Buck Twin shit that they put out like 4 years ago, that shit is recent to me. So, wait, let me see. Am I going to get Chris Ramsey's first deck of playing cards? Under Pressure, yeah. I don't think I'm... Again, I'm not a fan of going out of my way to buying cards, just to buy cards, just for the sake of them. I did buy the Alex Pandrea cards, but that's because the cards had a bonus. They had their marking, and they were cheap as fuck. So that's why I would buy them. Like these, obviously, I went to 7-Eleven. I got my Slurpee, like a piece of shit. And then I saw these. I'm like, oh, let me get these. But I wouldn't like go out of my way to order a deck of cards online unless they had some feature to it, like a marking or some shit. I mean, but they look good. They're pretty minimal, which is something I like in cards. They're not, you know, this obnoxious fucking design. Let me see if I can have one here that's obnoxious as shit. I don't have one that's near me that's obnoxious, but like something like the Guardians, fucking horrendous. Um, let's see. Let me look through these. How to maintain your deck? Wash your hands. That's the best tip. These are dirty as shit um, because I these are just like my fidget cards. So I just have these around like a counter, and anytime I just pass by, I'll practice like overhand shuffles. I'll practice like false shuffles and stuff. So that's just why this deck is dirty. But washing your hands is the best way to maintain your deck. I know people say buy card clips and buy that. Nah, fuck that. Let me see some other stuff. I think they have a marking system. I don't know who you're talking about. Hey Pickett, Waffle Pond, great name. Want to play chess with me? I suck at chess, dog. I suck at chess. Hold up. Oh, okay, Hulk. I thought you changed your name. I was like, wow, this is fucked. Do you watch Scam School? I fucking love Scam School. I fucking love Scam School, dog. Yeah, I've watched that since he had the spikes, and since I didn't like Scam School at first. I found him very obnoxious because he would start with that. He'd have the spikes, and then he'd start with the intro saying, you know, hey guys, welcome to Scam School, the only show where something about social engineering and tricks or something. I'm like, I fucking hate this guy. Then I kept watching. I'm like, fuck, he's funny. Then I kept watching. I'm like, fuck, you know, I would brush his wood. I would brush. You get it? I'm being gay as fuck. But yeah, but I really became a huge fan of Brian Brushwood, and then he lost the spikes, and I'm like, why did you take off the spikes? Why did you take off the spikes? Faggot. No, but yeah, but I've been a huge fan of Scam School for many years now. So if I'm ever in Austin, Texas, I'll probably find him in that bar that he's always at, and then just I'd have him have his way with me. That's what I'd do. But brush his wood. Hashtag brush his wood. Can we do that? Can we get that started? Hashtag brush his wood, and then he'll be like, what the fuck is going on? So that, yeah, somebody asked me about Scam School. Pig Cake, why do you always cuss? Because that's the way I talk. That's the way I talk, dog. I just, you know, I curse. It's what I do. Review on the Odyssey Ring trick. Some people say it will break easily. Yeah, it will break easily if you do this shit. If you do that shit, it'll break easily. I mean, it's really well made. I don't have it near me now, but I bought it because it was cheap as shit. You know, relative for what it was. And it's kind of dope that you could just grab the ring and then move it from finger to finger. But it comes with 2 rings, one that's gimmicked, obviously, and then one that's a really solid black ring. The reason I don't have it on is because I don't like black rings. I like these gay little dainty silver rings. But as far as the trick, yeah, I'd buy it. I mean, again, you're not going to break it. The only thing that can happen is that the thing that keeps it together, it could fall out. That's the only thing. It could fall out a little bit. But you could just push it back in, number 1. And then number 2, just don't grab it and then just throw it. And then say, oh, why did it break? If you treat it with care, it's not going to break. So Pig Cake Real Talk, when are you going to come out of the closet? I sense you want to communicate something through us with your latest videos. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. About what, me being gay? Am I gay? I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Fuck. Not gay. All right. Kind of triggered me with that Kiwi. Sup Pig, sup Andrew. Let me see some other ones here. Pig Cake, suck my meme. All right, that's weird. I see a lot of brush his wood. There you go. I don't think he could see it on this chat. Let me just... I don't think hashtagging brush his wood here on the chat is... I don't think that's going to do anything. I'm designing my full... Oh, fuck, man. Now the chat moved. Hold up. I saw something... Oh, I'm designing my full custom deck. Any tips? Yeah, wait till you have a lot of money. Wait till you have a lot of money. Because coming off a deck is very expensive. And unless you want to do some sort of... unless you want to do some sort of, what do you call this? A crowdfunding, right? I know Kickstarter has their own system for making playing cards. Unless you want to do that, then, you know, that's going to be a little bit hard to come up with your own deck. But as far as coming out with your own deck, I mean, minimal. Keep it as minimal as possible. So as long as you keep it minimal, I'll buy it. Fuck. Why the fuck not? Somebody said, let me go back here, look through these. Remember Jabrizi? What happened to him? I hope nothing, man. Fuck. I hope he learns his way, grows up, and then grows a cock. But as far as that, I really don't want to talk more about Jabrizi. Again, I was going to make a video on this fucker, but don't want to give him more attention. Let me see. Dude, you don't even need to do card magic. You can be being a comedian. Oh, thank you, dog. I appreciate that. I don't think a lot of people would appreciate game magic anyways, but maybe a game magician, that'll be fantastic. I'm not really gay, by the way. Let me just make that clear. I feel like I'm sending the wrong message with that. And if I was, I'd definitely get more success on YouTube. I would definitely be getting more success on YouTube because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but YouTube likes that sort of shit. YouTube really likes that sort of shit. And you know what? Let me rant on YouTube for one hot second here. Fucking YouTube is starting to unmonetize a bunch of my videos, which, again, you know, obviously I saw that coming. But my issue with that is that while my videos are being unmonetized, I'm looking at other people's channels, BuzzFeed, for example, where they have videos where girls are making their own dildos, right? Where girls are doing just, you know, oh, I'm talking about my period. I'm talking about my first sexual experience. And those videos have ads. They're completely monetized. Someone's making money off of those. Yet, my videos where I just say cunt a lot, those get unmonetized. YouTube, get on that shit, dog. What's going on? And even one of the live streams got unmonetized. I'm like, what could I have possibly done in a live stream to get unmonetized? Yeah, dude, they're literally making a video where they're some girls making their own dildos. And I'm like, okay, all right, so that's monetized, but my shit is not monetized. But here's my issue. Because of the scope of my channel, right now, I'm in that glorious position where my channel doesn't have enough pull yet, so that it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get molested every single. Oh, which there you go. There it goes in this video. But that's, yeah, my channel doesn't have enough pull where I'm just getting raped by YouTube at every single avenue, and I'm gonna have to pretty much just grow my channel. And then that's when I'm gonna be able to be like, hey guys, could you take that giant dick out of my ass? I would greatly appreciate if you guys could just remove it so I could finally take a dump. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not in that position with my current status of my channel. So I'm kind of going to have to get raped until I am able to surpass that. But we'll see. And again, I realized the scope of this when I was fucking around with some behind the scenes shit. But I was messing around with closed captioning on my videos. I was messing around with that. And YouTube is able to pretty much get every single word that you say, every single little thing that you say, and they're able to perfectly word it. So that you pretty much, you know, every word is scanned almost perfectly. So if I say fuck, if I say cunt, if I say shit, if I say gay fucker, all of that is being scanned, and that directs your video to different sort of avenues if it's mature. So yeah, I've noticed that. Fuck. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. That's my rant. That's my YouTube rant. I hope you enjoyed it. Dealt with a lot of ass molestation. Unfortunately, I'm still on it because it's the only one. What am I gonna get on vid.me? Am I gonna get on vid.me or Vimeo? Like they're not competitive yet. And obviously YouTube is kind of the big one. So unfortunately, I'm stuck on YouTube. But I appreciate the community of YouTube. I appreciate the ease of YouTube, the fact that it's all connected. But I don't appreciate the direction they're taking, because it leaves people like with my channel to get anally raped by their new policies. So it really, really does suck. But, you know, again, it's within their right. They're trying to make money. That's the worst part. It's within their absolute right to change the guidelines and change the rules. So technically, I'm in the wrong. Let me go through here and check the stuff that I am talking about here. YouTube only cares. David Watson chimes in with YouTube generally only cares about The large channels that make the money. Yeah, that's the unfortunate truth for the smaller content creators, as they're called. We kind of get figgity fucked around, and we're kind of dependent on that. I'm pretty sure if I would have started my channel, I would say 4 years ago, if I probably would have started my channel then, it probably would be a different thing. Because obviously I would have had more time to grow and all, you know, more time to kind of make it bigger. But unfortunately, no, I started it a little bit more than a year ago, so I got figgity fucked. YouTube doesn't like blatant magic exposure. That's funny. This isn't blatant magic exposure, dog. You should look up David Blaine revealed videos for blatant magic exposure. I'm showing you stuff that either I've come up with or I've done variations of. So I gotta tell you, dog, this isn't blatant magic exposure. Saget Swag, if that's your real name. You should go make dildos and see if you get monetized. Yeah, I should. One of the pig alerts got demonetized. 2 of the pig alerts got demonetized. I don't know why. One, I think, because I was talking about something that was going on in the Middle East, and I imagine that's a sensitive topic. But the other one, I was just talking about Jabrizi, and that one got demonetized. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know what was going on with that. So that's kind of a weird one. What somebody else said, because that kid's friendly, you don't get it, jelly faggot. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm a jelly faggot. I'm a jealous faggot. But yeah, so unfortunately, that's kind of my issue. Is there any real way to perform quiver? Women don't even use change purses anymore. That's the unfortunate problem. I really like the way quiver looks. I really do like it. But the problem is that I don't want to look gay as shit doing it. And I think if you take out a coin purse, unless there's some sort of contextual to it, like if you're a magician where you can actually provide context to the literal change purse, there's no like, oh, this is my grandfather's purse. But are you going to be in the club and be like, hey, let me show you something? All right, so you see my purse here. You're going to get no pussy. There's going to be no pussy. But it does look cool, though. It does look really cool. And I already thought of like 4 or 5 different ideas with it in terms of mentalism ideas. But unfortunately, I will never buy it because, yeah, I don't want to look like the guy that carries around a coin. It's like the guy that has a pocket watch. Like, dude, you know what year it is, right? You know what year it is, right? It's not fucking 1844. So, unfortunately, I'm not gonna purchase it, even though it looks a good idea. You have a pocket watch? Damn, dog. You have a pocket watch? Fuck. I mean, you know. Let me check your channel out, dog, here, and see if there's any videos of you, Zyla Cutley. Let me check you out here, see if there's anything interesting about you. Oh no, I just see liked videos. You like Chris Ramsey videos? Cool. You're subscribed to Hester, Miss Mag, Ekaterina, Alex Pandrea. You're not subscribed to me, dog. Are you not subscribed to Pig Cake? Whatever is with an X. Zyla Cunt, Zyla Cuddy, Zyla Kotili. Are you not subscribed to me, dog? Because I see Ramsey, I see School of Cardistry, I see A Million Card Tricks, Complete Deception, Magic Orthodoxy, and I don't see myself. What the fuck? Sorry, I apologize to all the kids watching. To all the I got triggered there. I'm sorry, man. Oh boy. Oh shit. My almost had a heart attack. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself there. But okay, I mean, you're not subscribed to horrendous channels. It's not like you got Jabrizi or Evan Arrow and all that. So I really can't shit on you that much. But you really have a pocket watch? You wear a pocket watch? I mean, I just think it's a weird thing, dude. Unless you're into the whole like steampunk thing. But you know, fuck. You're bottom above Russian genius. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's fucking hysterical. Like, not only am I technically on the bottom, but it's like the actual ranking in terms of your heart. Pig Cake, you should never press the coffee powder into the mocha. And you should definitely put some more, you cheap decaf fuck. A cunt. That's not Italian coffee. It's Cuban coffee, dog. It's Cuban coffee. What you do is that you grab a lot of sugar. It's called and I'm gonna out myself here, but it's called a colada. See, you put the shit on top, and then you put that on the water, and then the coffee seeps up through the so so you put it in your cafecito, and you fucking drink it, and then you get 300 milligrams of caffeine, because the little shots, I don't know if you've ever seen those. If you look it up, Cuban espresso, those little shots have like 150 they have 150 fucking what do you call this, either 150 and 200 milligrams of caffeine. Fuck, that shit'll keep you up. So yeah, there you go about that coffee. Somebody said the best magicians: Chris Ramsey, the Russian genius, Scam School, and Miss Mag 822. That's your, yeah, man. You do you, dog. Shit, this feels like a teacher checking homework. I don't know what about this feels like a teacher checking homework. Let me see. I don't have a credit card, so I guess no donations. Patreon for me. That's all right. It's better not to have a credit card, because you're prolonging the ass rape that is gonna happen once you get a credit card. Because that's the great thing about this country, that in order for you to get big stuff, like, hey, you want to buy a car, you want to get a house, you want to put a mortgage down, you need to have debt. You need to show that you're able to pay that debt with a credit card and with credit. So it's like a whole... so the longer you delay that, actually the longer you delay that, the worse, because then you're not going to be able to get all the... If it was up to me, I'd keep all the money in a shoebox under my bed, but... that's, you can't do that, unfortunately. You can't do that. Fake Edge, you caffeinated fuck. Yes, I know. I don't drink, but unfortunately I do partake in caffeinated beverages. So I gotta say yes. What is stolen valor? Is that what it is? Iris, stolen valor, when you call somebody out when well, just because you said don't kill me, I'm gonna check your channel just for that, and check you out, Iris Official. But yeah, it's stolen valor when I call myself straight edge. You got Xavier Spade. You got some questionable young girl there. You got Life of Boris. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm not seeing all the subscriptions. That's what it is. So Zyla cunt, I'm sorry I called you out saying that you don't follow me. It's that I didn't see you subscribe to me. This new fucking YouTube shit doesn't follow. Doesn't let me see all the subscriptions. The homework shit was when you checked if we subbed. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah. You know what's even funnier? That move. I've had that move done to me, where somebody says, "Hey, no, I got my homework. It's in my book bag," and they're looking for 14 years. And I'm like, "You don't have your fucking homework, do you?" I don't. All right, you got busted. Any love for Asians? I love Asians. Yes, I love Asians. Unfortunately, all your private parts are blurred out, so you gotta fix that, dog. You gotta fix that blurred pussy / penis. Let me see. Pig Cake, you're a good magician. You're a good magician too. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. I try. Somebody said, I think Card Shuffler 99. I don't know what that means. I don't know, man. I don't know. That might be weird. Let's see. How many keychains do you own? A lot of keychains, dog. A lot of keychains, believe it or not. You people give a shit about coin purses? Yeah, people give a shit about coin purses, because if you are like, hey, man, I'm going to show you a cool trick here, dog. But before anything, I want to make sure that you check my coins out. Check my coins out of my coin purse. They're going to be a little bit suspicious, not only about your sexuality, but about your intentions. Weird people have coin purses. Let me just tell you that. You're not going to be on the up and up and have a coin purse. So, yeah. My favorite Darren Brown book by Saget Swat. As I already talked about you, Saget Swat, if that's a real name. My favorite Darren Brown book. Well, you know, I actually enjoyed the one that he wrote for lay people. As weird as Nick Cake. Wow. Funny enough, the last one that he wrote for lay people, I really liked. It had a section on magic, had a section on hypnosis and performance. I really liked that one. I think Pure Effect is great. and he has one that I can't recall, but is really fucking good. Most of his shit is amazing. It's really, really good. He's always in character, I guess. In his latest book, he's in character, meaning Tricks of the Mind. There you go. Yeah, Killaholic. Tricks of the Mind. He's in character, meaning that in his book, I feel like he is he's trying to keep that perception of him being the psychological magician and stuff, which is kind of weird, but it's still a great read. I liked it a lot. He talks about breaking down a coin vanish, a French drop. I think he talks about breaking it down, and he also talks about what do you call this shit, motherfucker? He talks about, I think, a key card trick. He talks about a key card trick, and then how how you could take this one trick and stretch it out into something amazing. Yeah, Lindsay, key card. So I noticed this. Yeah, it has FAP checked off. Yeah. I haven't been able to create any more hysterical Velociraptor memes, so unfortunately I haven't checked that out. Let me see some other shit. Have you seen anybody else wear your pig cake shirts, hoodies in public? I have not. If I see somebody wearing that, I'll probably jump them and be like, hey, it's me. It's pig cake, you piece of shit. So yeah, so if I probably see you, I would probably jump you. Have you ever owned a Fire wallet? No, I've owned 4 Fire wallets because I'm a fucking retard. I have like 10 or 11 Magic wallets. I hate it because every marketing thing gets me. Like I bought the Stealth Assassin because the marketing was fucking phenomenal. I bought there's a Fire Wallet 2.0. I bought that one. That's the last one that I bought. I bought one by I bought a couple by Jim Pace. Don't feel too good about that. I don't feel good at all about supporting Jim Pace. I also bought Visual Antics a while ago. Do I feel good about it? No. Do I like Visual Antics? Unfortunately, I do. I got a lot of good ideas from that DVD set, but Jim Pace is not a good guy by any means. Do I think hypnosis is legit? I think hypnosis is legit, for sure. 100%. I'm at work right now, so I love pizza. Yeah, dog. You know what? Don't get caught. It's actually raining now here, which is kind of fucked, but Jim Pace is a magician who got convicted of doing something very horrendous to young boys. That's all I want to say. Look him up if you have any more questions. But again, he's not a good guy by any means, but he was a creative magician, unfortunately. So let me see. Show us your invisible pass. I mean, let me try it with this shit deck right here. In the worst possible angle. Yeah, there you go. That's my invisible pass from this god-awful angle where you see all the work right there. That's the hottest pass you'll get done. There you go. Whoever asked me to do my invisible pass. Somebody said, "Oh, you're from Saudi Arabia." Damn, boy. Saudi Arabia. That's hot. That's hotness. There you go. Yeah, that's the pass. I mean, obviously, this isn't the best angle. If you want to see a good angle, you should look at from the top down. In the last video, I think I bust a good pass. Check that one out. But you're not going to see a good pass from this angle. It's actually the worst angle for a pass because if the spectator sees it, that means that they're going to have to be literally between your hands and the deck. So they have to be in this gap right here, which is, unless you're getting some action, then I wouldn't recommend having the spectator in that angle. So that's my tip. Yo, where are the coupons to 7-Eleven? I actually threw them away because the coupons are for like really fattening and really sugary shit. So I'm like, fuck that. Can dank memes melt steel beams? Not good. I don't know what that means though, but okay. I do know what that means, but I don't know what I'm not being gay means. You know that? Come on, man. Let me see. Hypnosis is easy. Has anybody purchased Foundations by Jason England? I have not purchased it. Can you give us tips on how to do a reverse fan? Yeah, I could give you tips on how to do a reverse fan. Yeah, I could give you tips. Obviously a reverse fan, and I mentioned earlier in the stream that I learned how to do it incorrectly with my hand, but there is a way you could do it with your left hand. If you do it like this, right? Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it with your left hand. Obviously, that looks like shit. I mentioned in the beginning of the stream that I didn't learn how to do fans, and I still can't do fans good with my left hand. The only one I can do good is the pressure fan, and even that with this deck, there you go, it's kind of poopy. But best tip is to have in your right hand this sort of grip right here. This is kind of the that's kind of the grip that I've always had. And the reason I like doing a blank fan, I do have a couple tricks on the channel where I do teach this idea of using this blank fan as a way to force the 7 of spades here. So if you have this and you show it to the spectator, you tell them, hey, think of one of the cards you could see. Of course, the other spectators think that you could see all the cards. Really, the spectator can only see one card. You grab them in the shoulder and you go, oh, just think of a card that you could see. You got it? Yeah, just fucking do it. Then you close it up. And what you could do is give the deck a cut and immediately spread the cards out like this so they see all the pips and say they could have thought of any one of these cards. But they're thinking of one card in particular. Of course, they're only thinking of the one card they could only fucking see, which is the card on the bottom. But again, just some tips. Use a good deck. See what I mean by this fucking deck looking shitty after like 2 moves. Use a good deck. Bevel the deck first, and just try to have as wide of a spread as possible. Use your thumb. I've seen some people use their index fingers. That's fucking weird. But it's just one of these knacky moves that you're gonna keep doing it. It's gonna keep looking like shit, and then eventually you're gonna get it. That's kind of my advice on the fan, if at all any advice. But that's how I learned it. So, pinga. Hit the like button if you know what a pinga is. Let's see how many weird fuckers we got here. But there you go. Whoever asked me how to do a fan. Wow, okay, a lot of people know what pinga is. That's fucking hysterical. Or not a lot of people, 4 or 5 people know what a pinga is. Let me check some shit out. See some other questions here. Are you a pigophile? I would say not. I don't like young little kids. I don't like little kids. Let me see. Dick reveal, maybe. I guess maybe sometime down the line. Top notch, hotness, maybe. But I mean, let me see. What's the hardest flourish you know? I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know that many hard flourishes, to be honest. I guess the one that took me the longest. I do like your idea of calling them piggybackers, rather than patry cunts, as I call them. But piggybackers is definitely my hottest, or your hottest idea there. But the hardest flourish, I think, is that Sybil. This Sybil where it continues off like this. I think that might be the hardest flourish. And then, what else? That might be it, dude. Fuck. I really don't know a lot of hard flourishes. I mean, they might be hard for other people. But doing this sort of stuff, I guess. This sort of stuff, that's kind of the cut that I always go to with 2 hands. Maybe this is hard. This shit. That one, I guess, is kind of hard. This, I think I mentioned, took the longest for me to learn. I don't know, for some reason, getting that revolution cut down was really fucking hard. But I'm not a fan of flourishes, dude. I gotta tell you, I'm not a huge fan of flourishes. And whoever said I suck at flourishes, you are a cunt. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of flourishes. I mean, I'll learn them just as like little fidget stuff, but I'm not gonna take my time and learn this shit. Let me see. There's a double lift like this. Let me see if I can do it. There's a double lift that's like this. There you go. Ha! Got him. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of flourishes. I'm really not. I'll learn them, just do them. But I'm not going to go into the whole cardistry shit. Again, I appreciate it. Looking at all the stuff that I see on Instagram and stuff. I appreciate the flourishes and stuff. But my flourishes are very simple. They're not anything that requires a lot of effort and a lot of like a lot of flippy shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's my B-Day, so I'm ready to go out. Yeah, happy birthday, Andrew. You stay hard, dog. I mean sexually. Yeah, stay hard. Let me see some other questions here. That might be some hotness. Smoke weed? I don't smoke weed. I gotta tell you. Is it weird that Sankey called cardistry glorified fidget spinning when he's always talking about how good flourishes are, at least in his older projects? Yeah, but he also talked about the limit of flourishes in a lot of his project. I think the main trick that he's talking about flourishes is he has like an opener where he does the illogical cut. He does this thing, followed by this thing, which I can't even do. He does like a butterfly cut, right? He does his version of the butterfly cut, which I can't do. I like Greg Wilson has a version that looks like that I prefer a lot better than the original butterfly cut. But Jay Sankey does that trick where he does 3 flourishes in a row: the illogical cut, the butterfly cut, and then the lapel spread. And he says that he does that as an opener to kind of establish the fact that he's a good magician, he's good at what he does, and that he's not going to be like, your uncle doing card tricks where they're dealing down. But I don't think he's talking in terms of all the flourishes that are, you see very common today, because now you see a guy, in front of performing for somebody, doing just a bunch of cuts, not interacting with the person, just showing them a bunch of cuts. And they're like, oh, hey, all right, are you going to do a trick? I don't know if he's going to do a trick. He's just going to stand there and do this. He's just standing there and doing this in front of the person. And they're like, oh, that's cool. And then after a minute, they're like, are you going to do something? Are you going to do something else? I don't know. I just think that Sankey was right to a limit. His opinion isn't necessarily wrong. I think it's the way that he phrased it that got a lot of shit. But I know he did apologize. But, the sentiment is... It's an entity that's separate to Magic. Flourishing is definitely, I would vote for Ben Shapiro. But it's an entity that's different to Magic, I think. So there are some times that you could combine them. There are some times that you could combine Flourishing and Magic. But at the same time, I think that they should just exist separately. Yeah, I'm racist. Racist against cardistry and Magic. It should have a purpose. That's what I think. I think that it should definitely have a purpose. So that's kind of what I have to say about that. But I don't think he was wrong for having an opinion on cardistry. I really don't. Do you remember certain users that commonly comment in live streams? Yes, I do. Yes, I remember. Let me see. Anyone else notice the difference between standard bikes? I have not noticed the difference between standard bikes. I have not noticed the difference. Any recommendations for visit cards? Do you own some? Is it possible to book you? What do you mean by visit cards? I don't know what you mean, dog. Are you part of Antifa? That's funny. I don't know what you mean. Who said that? Louis Michel. Let me see who else has a hot question. Are you my dad? I hope not. I hope I'm not your dad, dog. That'd be very weird. It'd be fairly weird if I'm your father. I love pizza. Pizza? Peace out. You said that a while ago. I'm sorry. Let's see. Keep your hate speech off campus. This is getting hotly political here. Let me see some other stuff. Any hotness here that's not political. That's the last thing I need. If I want to make sure that my channel is gets, if I add politics to this, could you imagine how hard YouTube's gonna put rate my butt? They're just gonna fucking kill my ass. Best false shuffle. I've always liked this one. I've always liked that one. That's the one that I've always done. You do a slip cut back here, and then as you come down, you're just taking the top card here. You're letting the cards bounce off your thumb, and then using your, I don't know what cut that is. I know it's a lot of people say truffle shuffle, but it's not the truffle shuffle. Truffle shuffle is something else that's different. This is a variation on a Leonard Green cut. I like that because it's not really one of those cuts or shuffles that is, you can't stare at it. The right angles you could stare at it. If you hold your hands tight, it's closer to Leonard Green's false shuffle than the truffle shuffle, but I just like that one. I mean, that's the one that I'll do. If I have to do like a full deck false shuffle, that's what I do. Usually I'll do a slip cut to the middle, a cut, keep a break, another cut, keep a break, switch them, riffle to the break, and then do the false shuffle. So it has the effect of having a couple cuts before the shuffle. But yeah, there you go. If I have to do a false shuffle, that's the one that I use. If I have to do it in a table, I'll probably end up doing something like this, something like that, based on, it's not the zero, but it's based on something I saw on Expert Card Technique, which is just literally doing this. That's literally it, dog. This right here. That was a cut. It was like riffle the cards close, separate, and then put the top on top. That's from Expert Card Technique, but I just put a cover card as I do it, and then do a couple false cuts, maybe up the ladder. But so yeah, those are 2 false shuffles that I'll do if I need to, and then if not, I'll just drop one of these fucking stupid table fucking cuts that people seem to love. But somebody said, who said that? Who said false? Oh, Renee P. There you go. So that was for you, dog. Let me see some other stuff here. A visit card. Oh, it's a business card. Do you hand them out when you're performing, or are you performing outside of YouTube? I'm not. I do perform for people from time to time, but I'm not performing outside of either YouTube or from casual situations. But yeah, I mean, that's always been a thought, obviously, that's run through my head, being a legitimate professional, trying to make a living doing this, on other means that aren't YouTube. But I want to see how far I could kind of take the YouTube train, and then see where that takes me. Maybe that might lead me to actually performing, like, professionally for actual gigs and stuff. But right now, it's not something that's coming through my head. Let me see some other shit. October 31st, 2018, face reveal. Remember this comment? Maybe. That's kind of a weird, like, cryptic shit. There's actually, dude, you reminded me of where I mentioned him earlier. I fucking mentioned him earlier. What's his fucking name? David Hoy. In his book, The Magic of David Hoy, he talks about that at the end of his set, he would just say random stuff out. Like saying, oh, there's going to be a plane that crashes. There's going to be a car crash that's going to affect a lot of people. He'll just say random things like that to create, I think they're called headline predictions and stuff. But he'll just shoot out like 6 or 7. And then inevitably what happen is that one of them will come true. So top notch, your comment made me, reminded me of that. Because what if it comes true? What if it comes true, dog? So yeah, there you go. Your patter are too good. Probably only remain here on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people take to being called a cunt in person. Do you watch Rick and Morty? Yes. As a matter of fact, I also watched that video that PewDiePie recently came up with, which I found really funny, on how the Rick and Morty community are turning to cancer because of Musical.ly and all these stupid apps. They're just turning it. There was that one comment on Reddit that's like, you got to be an intellectual to understand Rick and Morty. I'm pretty sure you're a fucking retard. So yeah, but I still love Rick and Morty. Every time you say my name, I get hard. That's really funny. Opinions on David Blaine. I love David Blaine. I really like him. David Blaine is one of the reasons that a lot of people got into Magic to begin with, because he kind of changed the game. When he did come to do his special, I think in '97, might be off on a year, but when he did his special, he really changed how Magic was perceived on TV, because before him, you had David Copperfield doing his elaborate Magic specials. You had World's Greatest Magic on TV. Doug Henning was on TV. You had, Magic on TV was always kind of perceived as being this hokey thing. He turned the camera around and put less of the attention on him and more of the attention on the reactions, which is fucking great. But I do like David Blaine a lot. His latest special, again, is just a testament to his genius. And a part of that too is that stage show is fucking lit. It's definitely gonna be lit. So let me see if I can do this. I think Vladimir was doing this on his. Oh, I can't fucking do it. There you go. Got him. I can't do it with this fucking deck. Motherfucker. This is probably the worst angle to try to get this shit in that little. I fucking hate that. These fucking moves that don't look good in person but look good on fucking like Instagram videos. Let me see. My mind is freaked. That's funny. Bill Malone, Chris Camera Tricks, Jarek 120. Fuck, kill, marry. Definitely marry Bill Malone. I would have to. Okay, so hold up. Marry Bill Malone. I'd fuck Chris Angel because, I mean, he's kind of hot. And then I'd kill, who's the last one you said? Kill Jarek. I'd kill Jarek. I'd kill Jarek. Although I should fuck Jarek because he looks more like a woman. So, damn, man. So there you go. I hope that answered your question. Let me see. Why you not read my question when I ask you if there's going to be piglets or cupcakes? Probably somewhere down the line, dog. Somewhere down the line, but not anytime soon. Let's see. What's your objective view of Swiss people? Well, I like the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. So that might be, I mean, I'm a fan of him. I like your knives, to be stereotypical. So, Hugo Chow, I gotta say. Higiest86, yeah, man, your humor's spot on. I love the whole offensive performance. Takes balls to get away with. I guess. I mean, my balls have been long cut off because of the accident, but you know what? I still like to pretend they're there, dog. I still like to pretend they're there. Are there any effects you could do with ad cards, or is it just trash? Funny you would mention that. In Art of Astonishment, Volume 2, there's a trick called Cincinnati Blues. So Paul Harris's Art of Astonishment, Volume 2, Cincinnati Blues. You got to check it out. It's a really, really good trick with the ads. I don't want to ruin it or say, I'm just going to kind of, So, what would happen if Milo Yiannopoulos did magic except you aren't a complete cunt? That's a compliment, I guess. That's kind of a compliment. Or a compliment question, as he likes to. So in the trick, what he does is that he has an advertisement card, right? And then he pretty much does it so that he shows two different advertisement cards. So he shows one advertising card, and then the spectator picks another advertisement card. He does the whole bit, oh my God, this is going to be, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can make this happen. I forgot how it is, how he actually does the whole bit. But he takes the two advertising cards and then fuses them into one. That's in Art of Astonishment, Volume 2. It's called Cincinnati Blues. But it's pretty much a good use for the ad cards because, you just get them and you literally toss them out. Paul Harris created a really good trick that you could do kind of as an opener. That's a kind of anniversary waltz. That's a really good variation of the anniversary waltz trick, but using these cards. Great trick. Underrated great trick in Art of Astonishment. So whoever asked me something about who asked me Gasai Yuno. You sound like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card. But that's from Art of Astonishment. You could do a trick with an ad card. He has two tricks with ad cards. Do you like Bill Burr? Yes, I like Bill Burr. Teach us a mentalism trick. How do I teach a mentalism trick? Fupa Lord, you fucking cunt. With that Ethan meme. You cunt. You're not the Fupa Lord. Actually, no, the Fupa Lord. She used to work. I used to work with the Fupa Lord. So, let me see something here. Hold up. Something about mentalism. Let me see. Hold up. Oh, mentalism. Okay. Dom. A mentalism trick. How can I mean, just the standard go-to one with cards. I can't think of one. I mean, apart from just doing a standard peek, like you have somebody peek at a card, right? Get a break, underneath. You ask him, hey, sir, do you know how to shuffle cards? Do you know how to shuffle cards? You see what I did there? I got my heel peek at the card. Do you know how to shuffle cards? Go ahead and shuffle the cards. And then you do, hey, sir, would it be impressive if I could go into the deck, look through the deck, and pull out the card that you're thinking of? And they're going to say, yeah, that's impressive. And you go, you know what? Would it be more impressive if I do it without looking at the cards? They're going to be like, yeah, that's really impressive. And then you say, would it be, you know what? I'll do it without even touching the cards. And then you name the card that you peeked. Hot. It doesn't really get much better than that. I think that's Osterlin. Osterlin that came up with that sort of idea about it. Because Osterlin, there are two schools of thought. Richard Osterlin would do something like he'd have a card peeked. He'd wait, he'd look at the person. Obviously, he'd peek at the card. He'd look at them in the eyes, wait 3 seconds, and say, King of Hearts. And then they're going to freak out that way. You have that school, and then you have kind of this new school of thought, which is the Darren Brown bit, which is, okay, so think of your card, say it over and over in your head. All right, you got it? Okay, good. I could tell it's a red card. Huh? What? Yeah, I could tell it's a red card, by the way. You looked at me. Okay, good. Yeah, don't give it away. Think of your card, all right? Okay, so just think diamond, heart, heart. You made that too easy. I don't know what are you trying to hide this from me? All right, I got you. Just think of the number. King of Hearts. You made that too easy. That sort of school of thought where you're breaking it down and you're trying to make it seem like there's an actual approach that you're doing, like an actual psychological approach. There's that school of thought. It really depends on the situation, but you could take a little peek like that in whatever direction you want to take. I hope to help, Dom. Noob. There you go. You're welcome, dog. Bear and Boots. I need help. I want to, hold up, let me see. 76 trick was really hot. Ooh, I'm glad you like that, dog. Mattel Boy VO. That's a really good trick. Based on old stuff. I don't want to say that's my trick, but I came up with the idea after looking at some old stuff by Animan and thought, so if you have somebody cut the cards, obviously you're not going to cut into your stack, and it's going to be difficult for the spectator to cut to your stack if it's in the middle. So I thought, if you put them on the bottom and have the spectator cut the stack and then cut the stack again, they're always going to cut to your stack. They're always going to cut into that little 76 stack. So I just thought, okay. So I just put the card here, 7th, and then I'll put it here. And, they're always going to be able to cut to the indicator card. And it's going to seem very fair because you could show the indicator card here and that it would have been a different card if they cut one card less. And even if the indicator card is here, you could show that they could have cut to 2 cards. If they would have been one off, it would have been different. So, I mean, not to suck my own dick, but I think that's a really good idea. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mattel. But hold up, pick Baron Boots. I want to do more Magic at school, but I don't know how to do it and not get annoying. That's hard. Fuck. I think that, that's the hard bit because you don't want to be that guy that's like, hey man, you want to see a trick? You want to see? You don't want to be that guy that forces tricks on people, but you also want to be, if someone wants to see it. Hold up, Jasha Blasser just pledged $1 on Patreon. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. That's hotness. I would suck your dick if you were here. I would suck your big old cock if you were here. Assuming that you do have a cock. I don't know. Some people don't. But yeah, you don't want to be that guy that's the lonely guy that's in the corner just, doing sibbles. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, you also don't want to be the guy that's that's hysterical. Hold up. I got distracted by the greatest comment of all time. Pornhub Executive Director of New Talent. Hi, Pig Cake. We have been watching you for a while. And we're like, oh, shit. I'd like to offer you a job as a featured performer for a company. Let me tell you, if I would ever get sponsored by Pornhub, I would definitely do that. I would love to be the only magician sponsored by Pornhub. It's not a joke. Don't laugh at Pornhub. I don't. I go to Pornhub every day. Pornhub is my favorite website next to grannytrannies.com. You guys really need to do your best to try to compete with Granny Trannies. And I don't think you're doing enough to compete with grannytrannies.com. But Pornhub Executive Director of New Talent. I love how your name is not an actual name, but it's Pornhub Executive Director New Talent. Ha! That fucking wrecked my butt. We can make you a star. Let me tell you, I would definitely, yeah, X videos is pretty good. If I would, I would love to be sponsored by Pornhub. That'd be hysterical. I'd have that like the commercial, in between the video, between the performance and the explanation. Be like, oh, but first let me thank our sponsors. Pornhub has been the proprietor of pornography for the past 4 to 5 years. I gotta say, since the advent and popularity of the internet. Did you know that Pornhub has a premium account? Well, now you know. If you use piggy.ass, you get a hot discount, 10% off your next purchase on Pornhub. That'd be dope. We have many sections. I know. I've perused through your channel. If it is yours, let me check your. Let me check your channel. You fucking. You piece of shit. You don't have any content on your YouTube channel. I gotta tell you, man. I'm an amateur guy. Favorite section, Louis Michel. I'm an amateur guy, unfortunately. I've also contemplated putting that video that I made of Evanera. By the way, that video also got demonetized. That fucking video of Evanera got demonetized, motherfuckers. But I thought of putting that Evanera video on Pornhub. I really did. Under the... I don't think they have a rape category, but under their forcible sex category, I wanted to put that Evanera video under there. But I'm pretty sure it wouldn't last long. So, yeah, unfortunately. Cock review at 30K. Maybe, man. That might be a thing. I've noticed that this, from 10K to 20K, it jumped really quickly. But then from 20K to 30K, it's been quite a bit. I've been at 27 for like quite a bit now. So I need to find some way to advertise this channel to more people. But again, I'm happy with where it is, or where it's gone. Let me see. Evan is still alive. Evan is still alive. Yes. Jabrizi's the magic god. You are a cunt. You are a cunt for saying that. Somebody said I am lesbian. Good for you. Good for you. If you guys scissor, if you ever do a scissoring video, I would gladly like to partake in that. So let me see some other stuff. We have many sections. That guy who does my love is loves me. Reminds me of you. Is that you? No, it's not me, dog. It's not me. Flying head scissors. Are you just dropping wrestling names here? Wrestling moves. What's your opinion on doing a pharaoh, not from the top but from the sides of the deck? I think that's the fastest way to make you look like you don't know what you're doing. If you do this sort of pharaoh. However, it is a really good false shuffle. It is a really good false shuffle. So if you cut the deck previously and you do this sort of thing, that is actually a really good false shuffle. See that? That's some hotness. That's some hotness right there. I like that. But that is kind of a good false shuffle. That's a Leonard Green false shuffle, I think. But as far as what do you call this shit? What do you call this shit? What the fuck do you call this shit? I got my 80 fucking D looking at these comments. But as far as actually firing the cards from the side there, I wouldn't recommend it. It makes you look like a hot noob, like the hottest noob. So say cunt as many times as you can. Cunt. I mean, there you go. Hugo Chow, are you gonna drop some merch? I already have some merch. If you look at the description of my videos, you see that I already have kind of a little bit of merch. Not a lot of merch, just like some, shirts and stuff. Just some general hotness. But nothing that's too massive. Show us an impromptu fake shuffle. I already did. Fuck. The pig cake hoodie is legit. Girls dig it too. I really like the one with the eyes, the piggy eyes. I've actually gotten a lot more sales on the ones with the pig logo on it. But I do prefer the piggy face one. But a lot of people don't like wearing pink. And I have to say, are you gay? Are you gay for not liking? a pink shirt. Let me see some other stuff. Somebody said, "Hey horse." Same person that said that I'm a lesbian. I like the one with the official pig cake on the back. Yeah, that one's cool. Again, I like the minimal stuff. If I could do like a shirt with maybe like a piggy coming out of the pocket, that'd be fucking dope. Let me see. Let me see some shit. The amazing Jonathan once called me a cunt. Ian Oliver. Let me tell you, I would probably pay a significant amount of money to have amazing Jonathan call me a cunt, and I'm glad that he's made it this long. He had a really big scare a couple years ago. I'm sure it's still something that he's dealing with, but you know, the fact to see him still performing and stuff was great. I remember he had to retire a little while ago, and fuck, that shit got me mad sad. There you go, for lack of a better term. Show us some automatic shit. I actually have the next trick that I'm going to put up is an automatic trick. It's like a self-working trick, so that should be hot. You should like it. Who asked me that? Who asked me that? The awesome Mr. The Awesome Kiwi. You should like that one. Let's see some other shits. Wait, how do you do the Dragonfly production? I have no idea. I don't know what that is. Okay, then fuck me then. Maybe. See some other stuff. Tell Xavier I have a better raise rise. You should tell him. You should tell him that you have a better raise rise. I don't know if you do, but yeah, you know, he does it pretty good. I mean, he does it pretty well. How long have you been doing Magic, Hugo Chow? I've been doing it for 15 to 16 years now. As a lonely cunt. That's how long. Yeah, it's been a while. Teach us a book trick. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, it's not anything that's special. But I do have, I mean, my favorite book test is the AAA book test by Mark Paul. You just fucking literally riffle. A book that you've never seen, you riffle it, you open it up, you have them think of the top word or the top line, and you're able to tell it to them. Then there's the classic Hoy book test. But just a quick book test, if you have cards on you, you find a page that you find either an interesting picture or an interesting set of, like an interesting words on it. Like the first sentence of the page has an interesting sentence that you could kind of play off. Whatever that page number is, let's say it's 168, right? You see where I'm going? 168. You put that on top of the deck. You do this milk shuffle right here. See that? Have them call stop. That's one. Have them call stop again. You're doing the same milk shuffle. Have them call stop last time. And you turn over the cards, and it's a 1. It's a 6, it's an 8. You have them turn to page 168, have the book away from you, and then you're able to tell them whatever it is that they fucking want. You reveal to that. I'm sure Card Shuffler is going to have that on his channel next month. But, I mean, that's something cool. Just a quick little, cool little book test. I've done that before. That actually was pretty good. But the best ones are the AAA book test and the Hoy book test. You can't go wrong with those. Literally, you get 2 books and you're able to do just using a subtlety. It's fucking phenomenal. So I hope you enjoyed that, Trevor. And it's just easy shit. You're literally just getting the cards on top and doing, if you want, and you know the Bannon, any method of having the spectator cut packets off the deck. If you know any method of doing that, you could do it with this sort of thing. Have them call stop, right? Have them call stop again or whatever. And whatever it takes for the spectator to cut to the cards, or you shuffle to the cards and they're calling stop, for you to get those numbers on top. Whatever it takes, do that. That's a hot book test. Let's see. You never answered the poor boots guy. I think I did. I mean, I did mention something to answer his question, but let's see. Room tour. Maybe. I need to go now. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay Harvey. But yeah, what was I going to tell you? What the fuck was I going to tell you? Oh, room tour. I have one on the channel, How to Be Pig Cake, where I kind of give you a tour of how I had my setup back then. Obviously, I've moved since then, which is why I have the white table. But I'll probably end up doing another How to Be a Pig Cake 2.0 video. But yeah. Let's see. Thoughts on thoughts on card shuffler. That's funny. I don't like the whole revealed shit. I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of that. I've already mentioned that before. He does that almost exclusively. If not, just copy my videos. But you know, whatever, man. Fuck. That's kind of the nature of YouTube. So, but I've always mentioned that I've never been a fan of the whole revealed shit. Like that whole fucking David Blaine card trick revealed. You know, I think that there's a fundamental difference in what I do, which is tutorials and reveals and exposure videos. A lot of people think that what I do are revealed and exposure videos, so they think that they're one and the same. But I disagree heavily. I think that I'm doing tutorials. I think that I'm trying to teach magic as opposed to someone that's trying to reveal a trick that's, you know, somebody else's. So there's a very inherent difference there. Somebody said, what are the little dots? These are actually, because this table was colored. It was a color table, or as they say, a Negro table. There goes the monetization. But there was a color, and whoever painted this table, put that little like art thing on it. They like did little drips on it and shit. So I just painted over that because it looked really fucking bad. Thoughts on eugenics? That's hysterical. That's really fucking funny. Let me look at some old shit here. If I've seen it, because I know I've missed some stuff. Gasai Juno, any advice on creating routines out of the stuff you teach? There's a lot to choose from. Yeah, I mean, I just try to make up stuff that suits my needs and suits the handlings that I feel comfortable with. So if a routine uses a palm, sometimes I don't like using palms a lot in routines, but so I'll find alternative ways to do that. If a routine uses gimmick cards, I'll find a way to do it without the gimmick cards that suits my needs, suits you know, just the way I do tricks. So I'll just come up with variations there. And then sometimes what that does is that it leads you to come up with other stuff entirely, like just completely different things. You know, I was just mentioning about the 76 trick that I put out a couple of days ago, I think. I was thinking about messing around with another move. And then just thinking to myself, how would I, Mike J, you're a cunt. I just thought of, Mike J, sound familiar? Let me check out your channel here, Mike J. But yeah, you know, just playing around with different handlings. Oh, that's funny. Your only liked video is Eduard Todor. That's really funny. You are a cunt, Mike J. That's what I want to say. But, fuck, boy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was talking about own routines. But yeah, you know, it just pretty much just see what suits your needs, and you'll be able to come up with your own ideas. Take each trick not as what the trick is, but just take it as a series of ideas. So, you know, that could lead you to other stuff. That could lead you to, you know, finding out other alternatives, and then leading you to think of other tricks entirely. So that's kind of where my creative ideas or creative things come from. Tell us about how you reacted to the Eduard Todor video. I mean, it was great. I laughed the entire time. He's a great person, and you know, he was 100% right. You know, his content is different. He's not necessarily doing exposed videos. He's not doing tutorials. All he's doing is filming himself reacting to videos. Am I a fan of those style reaction videos? Not entirely. Like, I remember iDubbbz was ripping on Jinx Reload. Not Reloaded, Jinx Reload for that reason. But the difference is that I really like watching Todor's videos. I think that he has a personality that comes through in his reactions, and then he does show tricks beforehand, which is always interesting. And he's also funny as fuck. So he did a video recently where he was there's a girl that was on Instagram that glued shit on her hand, and she was doing that, you know, obviously in response to other videos, right? Like that she's seen. She was doing some weird glue shit. He did a response video to that, and then he had to take down his original video and had to put the new video. But I found the whole thing hysterical. I like Todor. So, I mean, obviously the thing is that what he understands is the jest, that it's a fucking jest. I'm all doing this as a fucking joke. I'm all doing this as a, you know, it's all in good fun. And he understood that. And I really, really like that. You know, I talked to him after, because hold up, Baron Boots dropping $2 saying, how do I do magic in school? Pornhub stopped me. That's funny. I'll answer that after I answer this, because I'm going to lose my train of thought. But I'll answer your question, Baron Boots. Especially because you dropped $2 hot that could turn into Coke and or Bubblicious gum. So I appreciate that. Poor Boots. Well, but I lose track easily. So hold up. Todor. I messaged him after, because in my video on the thumbnail I put "Is Magic Dead?" and he thought that I was referring to him. I wasn't. I was referring to something else I talked about in the video, about a study saying that kids are losing their perception of magic earlier and earlier. So he said that he messaged he said that he thought that was in reference to him in the video that he responded to me. And I, you know, of course not. So I sent him a message saying that wasn't the case and all that stuff. And, you know, we kind of talked it out, and it's great. I fucking love Todor. What I didn't like were the stupid comments that a lot of people left on my video. I really didn't like those. Not because I don't take criticism, but I fucking do. I'm part of the team that if you have an opinion, fucking have it. Like, dude, free speech, say whatever the fuck you want. The one thing that I was opposed to were people saying incorrect stuff in the comments. So people were dropping a lot of incorrect stuff in the comments saying, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. All he's doing is revealing tricks. And I'm like, no, you don't. You even watch my shit, you fucking retard. But yeah, a lot of the comments that were left on that video that I did first, I didn't like those. I really did not like those. Just because they weren't coming from a place of logic and or knowledge. They were coming from stupid emotion and just like a gut reaction. There wasn't like, oh, I'm going to watch this guy's videos. As a matter of fact, there were a couple people that watched my video and they're like, oh shit, dude, you're funny. You're fucking funny. Let me stick around. But yeah, but I love Todor. I really do. I love his shit and I find him fucking hysterical. And he's also a jiu-jitsu badass. So there you go. So Baron Boots, how to do magic in school. Magic in school is good and bad. Good in the sense that kids don't... I should just find ways to not answer you. Because it's been pretty much the entire stream. But kids don't hold back when they tell you shit. So if you have a flash, if you palm and you flash, they will say, hey, I see the card in your palm, you cunt. But that's the good part. The bad part is that you become that token magician. And that's kind of a bad stigma to have, because pretty much it's not a good stigma to have attached to you if you don't, you know, if you don't necessarily want that to be the only thing you're known for. Oh, he's a magician kid, you know. People are going to see you just in that sense. And you also don't want to be the guy that's too pushy. I used to know a couple people that were definitely way too pushy. Hey, let me show you a trick. I don't want to fucking see one right now. I'm trying to take a shit. But you know, you don't want to be that. So if you are going to do tricks, make sure that it's organic to the situation. So if somebody has cards on them already, you know, hey, let me show you something cool. But if you're going to be that guy that's like you're in the corner doing this, right? You're in the corner doing this shit, right? To yourself, pretending like you're trying not to get attention, but you are, because you're fucking doing flashy shit that people don't usually see on a day-to-day basis. So you're just in the corner doing this shit, pretending to practice by yourself. Dude, fucking come on, man. There are better ways to get attention, and there are better ways to not be the weirdo with the playing cards. So there you go. But how the fuck is it? Okay. Let me see some other ones here. Where did you get your fancy fucking piggy map? This right here, I got from it was given to me. But it was a bath mat that they found funny, so they just bought it for me. So there you go. Kids will rape you in school about magic. Yeah, if you fucking dog, if you have a palm, if you are you get a double lift and you flash a little bit, you get a little bit of that flash on you. Hey, what are those 2 cards? They'll fuck your day up. But it's good. It teaches you what to do, what not to do. So, you know, it has benefits and it has its downsides. Let me see who else. I fiddle with cards after some math tests. Maybe, yeah. But that's the fastest way to have your teacher be like, hey, put those a fucking way. And then everyone's like, wait, put what away? Oh, the cards? Oh, fucking nerd. You know, so. Somebody said, I got suspended for classic forcing a card with a dick on it. That's funny. That's really funny. That's actually, I think, you know what? Now that you've also mentioned before about remembering people, obviously I remember people that comment on the videos, but I think it was one of the live streams that I mentioned the idea of having a card with a dick on it, or having like 3 guys blowing each other on a card. Like you print that out and you stick that on the card. Something weird, something that's just fucking like, when somebody sees it, they're going to go, what the fuck is that? You know, something like that. That's going to make them react. And then you have somebody very fairly think of a card. Think of a card. Don't say anything out loud. Okay, look at me. All right, I'm going to say it's this one right here. Right, I'm going to say it's this one right here. Of course, this is the card with the dicks on it. You go, if this is your card, I want you to react. I want you to, scream and just fucking react if that's your card. You're going to show them the card and it has 3 dicks on it. They're going to be like, what the fuck? Everyone else thinks that you found the card that they're thinking of. And you go, thank you. Go ahead, sit down. I forgot where I read that idea, but it's a fucking wonderful idea. And I think that's what you're trying to do, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a phenomenal idea. And I think Brushwood has he uses the no principle, the no idea, right? That you write your name on the dollar bill, and he has that whole bit where he shows the bill to the guy and it says, "Sir, is your name on this?" And then it's their fucking name on it. Yeah, that's fucking hysterical. That's some good shit. So, but that's a good idea, believe it or not. Don't think of that as a throwaway gag. That's actually a really good idea if you ever have, if you do like a stage bit, or if you have, or if you want to do like a thought of card that doesn't require a lot of work. Dude, don't dismiss the dick idea. Do not dismiss the dick idea. I love how there's a couple, for example, John Harmon, you just joined, and the first thing you hear is me talking about a dick idea, right? Is that what the first thing you hear? Me talking about my a dick? But that's a really good idea. Definitely try that. Anyways, somebody says Yep. Well, what I was referring to was the idea of having a very it could be a vagina too, Mr. Kiwi. It could be just something that's really fucking weird on the front of the card, right? So you had dick. You print a picture of a penis. You put it on the card. You print a picture just of like something just fucking that if you look at it, you're gonna react. That card goes on top of the deck. You have the spectator think of any card they want in the deck, not to say anything out loud. You do a false shuffle, right? And then you pretend to reach into the deck and you reach for your card. You put it on the table and you say, "Sir, come here. All right. If this is your card, I want you to react and go crazy." Then you show them the card with the dicks on it, and they are gonna react. You put that card back in the deck or in your pocket. The rest of the audience thinks that you found the card that they're thinking of. Really, this guy just saw a picture of a granny blowing a really buff black man. So, Is it really? I'm glad you enjoyed it, Trevor. It's a great idea. It's a really, really great idea. It's just a variation of the no principle. You write no on a card and you go, "Hey, do you have any sort of idea what I wrote on this card for the first time?" No? Okay. It says no. It's just a take on that. It's a take on the classic your name bit. Your name is written on the front of this card. No, it's not. Go ahead. Come here, sir. Is your name written on the front of the card? And it is, because it says your name. But that's a really good one. I have forced a card that says "I'm an asshole" on it. That's really funny. Sir, here's your card. There's only one card in the deck that matches you, and it's this one right here. You're an asshole. What I'm saying is to have a picture of an actual asshole on the card. Because if it says you're an asshole, they're not necessarily going to react. They're going to be like, "Hey, what the fuck?" But if you have a picture of an actual butthole on the cards, then, they might actually have a little bit more of a reaction with anus hairs. Yeah, that's always it's always encouraged if it has anal hairs. Let me see if somebody said anus hair. Okay, no, you said anus hairs. See, this is like a delay. I have the comments on this and on my laptop, which is right there. Would you fuck Debbie McGee? I don't know who Debbie McGee is. I don't know who that is, man. But if she's hot, then yeah, you know. You really got those grannies stuck in your head, don't you? Yeah, I mean, grannies, they need love too, man. Hold up. I used to narrate creepypastas on the channel Creepy Artistry. Hold up. I'm going to check that shit out right now. Dog. You just got me on something else here. I'm going to check that shit. Hot as fuck. YouTube. Hope you still have that channel out. Because I'm about to fucking check that shit out. Did this guy finish? Oh, shit. Hold up. Because right now I see my subscriber feed here. And I see that there is a Modern Rogue episode. That I see that there's No Way As Way with Xavier Spade. I also see Vladimir Jenko using a black peel-off mask. Which is, it's weird. It's odd, I gotta say. But it is also, I gotta say, it's good for your face, man. Really good for your face. Creepy Artistry. I don't see it. Dog. The Creepy Artistry. I don't see it here. I see a Mythic Makeup Artist. I don't see any sort of... I don't see it here, top notch. Yeah. Yeah, please send a link because I am retarded. I copied and pasted exactly what you read. I copied and pasted this. This is what I copied and pasted, dog. That right there. And Baron Boots, I did say that Magic in School. I had like a whole talk about that. I talked about that for like 5 minutes, dog. Yeah, man. What the fuck? Not artistry. Dude, I copied and pasted what you told me to do, dog. Come on. Come on, dog. My dad called. That's funny. Wait, let me see. Let me go back to it. The Creepy Artistry. Okay, let me go here. Let me go. The Creepy Artistry. I literally checked that out, dog. I better get so hard right now looking at this. Because all I'm seeing is Mythic Makeup Artistry. That's all I'm seeing. Some basic Omegle shit. Yeah, yo, these comments got me dead. These comments here. Somebody says they saw a pinky break when I didn't. What do I do against them? You punch them in the fucking blabbermouth. No, I mean, if that's the case, then they probably saw a pinky break, because a pinky break is such a specific move that you're... I mean, if they see it, they see it, right? A lot of people have seen it, but they don't know what the fuck it is, so they just assume that it's like a twitch or whatever. But I gotta say, if they do call you out on a pinky break and say, hey, I saw your pinky, you say, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're referring to, sir. Are you, what, my pinky? Are you talking about this one? And then you stick it right in their butthole. Hold up. Yeah, dude. Okay. Top notch. There you go. I don't know what you mean by there you go. Did you like, was it a private channel until now? Fuck, dude. Could you tell me what the fuck? Because I'm very interested now looking at your fucking channel. I want to see your shit. It smells good. I don't know what's happening. Cut your pinky. It smells good. Okay, dude. I'm wondering, where'd your father go to buy cigarettes? He... die. Oh, Creepy Cardistry. Cardistry. Creepy Cardistry. There's no way it's that. It's not Creepy Cardistry. Oh, my fucking God. The Magic Key. Jacob Sartorius featuring Collins Key. Oh, shit. What the fuck is this? Thank you for making me look that, because now I see this shit. Oh, my goodness. Oh, great. Jacob Sartorius. What a fucking combination here. Is this a song? Oh, no, it's like a short story. Oh, holy shit. There's a lot happening here. Thank you, man. All right, so hold on. Could you actually tell me what it is? Because I looked for your stuff and all I found is Collins Key and Jacob Sartorius. And now I officially have AIDS. Thank you. What's your favorite deck? I've said, I think Bicycles. Bicycles are by far my favorite cards because They are they're not obnoxious, and you can find them everywhere. I have mentioned that these are my favorites as far as this year, just because the color. The color is really, really good on these cards, and I do like also the animals on it. This is the Animal Kingdom cards. These are they're really fucking nice. I found them in Barnes and Nobles. My mom's actually a bicycle, yeah. But I found these in Barnes and Nobles, and they are fucking legit. The Animal Kingdom playing cards, they're fucking hotness. I'd have sex with these cards. Look up a blue creepy artistry. Okay, all right, man. Yo, this better be. I've been trying to look for this shit for what feels like 4 years from now. What are your thoughts on women in Magic? Like, I'm gonna be so sexist to be like, women should not fucking do cards. I think that there's a problem when finally I found it. Okay. I think that there's a problem when women use the fact that they're women to propel themselves in Magic. I think that it should be equal and that, you know, sex shouldn't really have an issue. But if you're like one of these girls that kind of exploits your attractiveness, dude, that's cringy to me. That's really cringy to me. But if you are a legitimate, magician, and it's just very apparent when it's like like somebody that's using their attractiveness to gain popularity and to gain all that stuff, and they're not really that good at what they do. But it would be harder for me to look at the gender portion if your magic is amazing. Like there's a what's a UK magician? There's a female UK magician that's really, really fucking good. Then there's obviously Jade, the classic stage magician. But there's just a lot that I think that they exploit their attractiveness. And then that's kind of, you're like, okay, you're a girl that does magic. How about you're just a fucking magician? How about it? Somebody said Ekaterina. I mean, I don't know about her personally. I've only seen her in passing, but I don't know enough about her to make a judgment on that. But just in general, I think that there's obviously no issue with women doing magic tricks, but I think it's women using their gender to kind of, that's fucking weird. I'm not a fan of that. Let me see this. Ooblu creepy pasta, creepy artistry. Oh shit! I'm gonna fucking get on this right now. My dick's already out.
That's my baby. No, please, God, no. I said back up, you fucking bitch. The policeman bludgeoned Mrs. Jennings across the mouth with his billy club with a sickening thwack.
You have a good voice, man.
As her teeth flew from her mouth to the pavement, clattering at the feet of the police officers.
You got a good voice, dog.
They were all striking her now. They peered down to her hands and knees and were all taking turns hammering at her.
Oh shit, dude! This is 27 minutes. What the fuck? This is like trying to narrate a Sai Baba documentary. I didn't, but yeah, that's fucking hysterical. That's the link. That's the most viewed series? Yeah, fuck, dude. You have a good voice. Gotta tell you, I can't shit on you too much. But you have a good voice, dude.
Laughing in a sick, maniacal tone that made my stomach turn. Now, the emergency.
Let me see the other videos here. That's fucking... The fact that there's an audience for that is hysterical, too. It's really funny. The fact that there's an actual audience for people listening to creepypastas and shit. It's just fucking weird. And you know the worst part is it's younger kids that they'll take that as... the younger kids that will take that... less viewers. That's funny. Younger kids that will say, oh, no, man, I heard about this story that... kids used to disappear, and I'm like, dude, that's a fucking... Are you telling me a creepypasta, motherfucker? As if it's a historical event? Dog? Come on, man. That happened with the Russian sleep experiment. I think one of the chapters we're talking about was sleep and, the importance of sleep. And then somebody said, oh, have you ever heard of the Russian sleep experiment? I'm like, you mean the fucking creepypasta? The fake story online? Yes, I've heard of it. As if it really happened. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Let me see. Somebody said, you must be hot too. That's weird. I don't know the butterfly deck. Dirk Magic Tutorials. I don't know the butterfly deck. I don't know it. That Sai Baba commentary was a good idea. That dude was a piece of shit. His picture name is on the box of Nag Champa incense. Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit. He really is. And I think somebody in the comments of the original video was defending him. And I'm like, that's kind of fucking crazy. The fact that, you have all these things that are, it's like, you have all these stories that are consistent. And people saying, oh, yeah, so the guy rubbed oil on my dick and told me that it was, because he had to. Dude, that's fucking weird, man. Gotta tell you that's fucking weird. And his productions of shit were the fucking worst. The guy, straight up, that's how you would produce a ring. That's exactly how the guy would produce a ring. Not even with that much technique, by the way. With not even that much fucking technique. He just goes like this and then gives the person a ring. And they're like, oh, man. Oh, dude, you gave me a fucking ring. Dude, that's fucking crazy. Oh, come on, man. Come on. That's too much. But yeah, I really enjoyed that documentary. I really, really did. To the point where I had to do a commentary on it because, I thought it would be an interesting bit of content. Somebody said, oh yeah, I'm gonna hear Top Notch, by the way. I'm gonna look at the channel later on, just for giggles, shits and giggles. But I find that really funny. I find that really, really funny. I can't tell what's worse, Bad Magic or Boy Bum. Not the Sai Baba, dude. Sai Baba, he liked that boy butt. What's your opinion on fake magic with purpose to entertain people? Like a friend of mine and me are going through incredible stuff with not knowing each other. Are you talking about like the Jabrizi shit? Because Jabrizi does that whole bit where he's like, he obviously does the, hey, dude. And then the people behind him are flipping shit that the card changed. That's entertainment, I guess. But let me see. What's your opinion on fake magic with the purpose to entertain people? Like a friend of mine and me are going out and doing incredible stuff without knowing each other. Oh, like using a stooge. Is that what you're talking about? Using a stooge. Because that's not fake magic, dude. That's not fake. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Stooge is a method. A stooge is a method. That's what I think. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. As long as, obviously, could you imagine if the entire audience is fucking a stooge? But as long as it's you have a method, it's to try to create an effect. There's a lot of there's like a couple variations of any card at any number that use stooges to create a bigger effect, and there's fucking it's a technique. I think it's a technique to use. I'm a huge fan of the instant stooging videos. I'm a huge fan of those. So yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And I'm an instant stooging method, not videos. There aren't a lot of videos on instant stooging, but that is something that I am a fan of. So, hey, Pigcake, do you think card magic with 35 years is too late? Nah, definitely not. Definitely fucking not. 60 is not late. 70 is not late. It's never too late to get involved in it. Especially it not being something that's an athletic fucking endeavor. So you don't have to be physically fit to 90 years might be a little bit too late. When you stop being able to control your bowels. No, for sure. You can't learn magic late until you're too fucking old. But yeah, it's not something that you have to be athletic. It's not something that you have to have a body. You just fucking pick up some cards, have some practice and dedication, and you'll be good to go. So let me see. So, but yeah, there you go. If you said you answered that before bedtime, you said. I always understood butt twins instead of buck twins until today. That's fucking hysterical. That's really funny. Jabrizi is now doing giant gummy bear and girlfriend makeup videos. Is he actually doing that right now? I feel like that's jumping the shark. When it comes to magic, that's jumping the shark. You just fucking jump that fucking shark when you start doing the... Collins Key did that now. Who else has done that? Let me see. Let me look up Jabrizi. Jizzbrizy. Okay. Let's see. That didn't come up with anything. Let's see. 190,000 subscribers. What the fuck? Boyfriend does makeup. Bought a huge gummy bear. Is the hand quicker than the eye? Again, I don't want to be the asshole that says about because it's a commonality of YouTube that you have a certain amount of subscribers. For example, in my case, 27,000, right? You have a certain amount of subs, and the people that actually sit and watch your videos is a small percentage of that. And, you know, that's the case for a lot of YouTubers, case with me. So, you know, I have 20,000 subs, and on a good video, I'll have maybe 7,000 people check it out, 10,000 on a really, really good video, right? But, you know, it's still proportionate to the overall subs that I have. So 10,000 is still, you know, it's not a lot, but it's still a good portion, a chunk of 27. This guy has 190,000 subs, right? 2,000 views. 5,000 views. God. Dog, what's that say about your content, man? Fuck. So, yeah, I gotta say, that's not a good thing. It's like a fucking, the smallest thing. But whatever. I mean, again, I don't really want to talk a lot about Sbaiz because the more attention I feel like I give to him, the more he is doing his job correctly. Cunt. He used to have over 2,000. Okay, so he's lost quite a bit. No, they're probably not fake. He probably just had a couple videos take off, and then he didn't do anything like that because the videos that he did to take off were kind of the Penn and Teller videos, which how he fooled them. How this motherfucker fooled them is beyond me. But hold up, let me see this shit. Give me one hot second. What am I? That's fucking wasting my time. Let me see some other shit here. The idiot probably paid for subs. Again, I don't think he did. I think that he more likely than not just had a good strain of videos and then that's it. You just got fucked doing that, but let's see something here. Oh, shit. Free Red Bull. Get it now. What? Are you serious? Add to cart. 2. Hello. View order. Hello. Yo, Postmates. Dropping that hot free Red Bull. Oh, you pieces of shit. See, I just got fucked by Postmates here. They're like, hey, you want free Red Bull? Got it, fam. But you have a small cart. So we're going to charge you delivery. So this shit ain't free, man. What the fuck? My dogs lied to me here. Unless I do decide to get some... Oh, man. Ooh, I feel lied to right now. I feel lied to. Pretty sure looking back, Sbaiz lied to Penn and Teller. That's funny. No, you don't free purchase of other shit. Yeah. Probably here. Let me see. Free Red Bull, right? Check out. And then it says that you need the total is 0. And then the small cart fee is $1.99. And then the delivery fee is $6.98. So it doesn't fucking come up to that, dog. I actually have used Postmates where they brought shit free, which is kind of dope. But yeah. Exhilarating content. Who said that? Inspiring content. That's funny. Somebody said about Sbaiz. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I think that he just got a couple videos where he took off. And then that's been kind of the crux of his subs. But, you know, obviously his content isn't enough to appease the majority. It's unfortunate. But, you know, it doesn't really help with his attitude, I think. I think that if he had a more positive fucking attitude and more, you know, if he didn't fucking get busted doing goddamn fake shit, you know, he'd have a lot more people that are interested in his stuff because he definitely has the audience to do that. Let me see. How long have you been doing Magic? 15, 16 years, right? For a long fucking time. Stance on interracial midget porn. I gotta say, interracial midget porn. I'm not a huge fan of. Really not a huge fan of that. If it's, I prefer uniracial midget porn. So wait, let me see some other shit. Watch my Street Magic video. Okay. I'm gonna watch your Street Magic video. I'm going to law school. If I end up voting for president, I'll make sure to ban the 5 of hearts. Do it, dog. I will definitely vote for you if you do. Top notch. But hold on, let me check your shit. Somebody said check my Street Magic video. Yes, I will check out your Street Magic video. Let me see. Tanzania. I imagine it's this one. Oh, no, it's not. Let's see. I see some happy days. What am I looking for, dog? What am I looking for? You said to look for something. You said to look for Lake Effect Magic. Let's see what that is. I can't look for it here. Lake. Nope. Lake Effect Magic. I'm going to look at your latest video in Tanzania and check if there's anything hot here. Let's see. Oh, you traveled to Tanzania to work with a mobile health clinic. Damn, dude, that's kind of dope. Teach kids to brush your teeth, work triage, pharmacy, shadow doctors. Yeah, that's fucking dope as shit. Let's check this shit out.
Apples.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say in this video here, Colin. I just jumped to 41 seconds, and it's you, obviously, surrounded by a bunch of little kids, right? I was gonna say, who's a white kid? I was like, what? This very, very American-looking white kid is in Tanzania, but that was you. It took me just a hot second to realize that was you. So that's fucking dope, dude. Yeah, that's fucking dope. Hey. Great, I'm gonna get a copyright strike on this. But yeah, man, fucking dope. That's fucking good shit. You know, a lot of people like to. Not a lot of people would go through the effort that it would take to go all the way to Tanzania, sorry, and fucking, you know, help others. I'm sure you're getting paid for that somehow, but. You know, even if you aren't or even if you are, that's still fucking crazy and very commendable. Oh, well, I gotta cut some grass. You do that, John. You fucking cut the shit out of that grass. Let me check here. It's all an illusion, XX. Let me check that guy out. It's all an illusion. Pig Cake, why didn't you ever show your face? Because that was kind of my... that was kind of my idea for this channel. I didn't want to necessarily show my face. I wanted the tricks and the kind of personality to show through, and I didn't necessarily want to show my face. I thought that would take away from the stuff. So, I've said before that when because you're ugly. But when I said it before that I wanted to kind of do Miss Mag on crack. That was kind of my channel. I wanted to do Miss Mag on drugs. And showing my face would go against that. Let me check out. It's all an illusion. It's Alan Illusion. It's Alan Illusion. This is a channel dedicated to UFOs. Top notch. Did you just fucking prank me? Did I just get pranked? I just got fucking pranked right now. Unless it's all an illusion. Like, oh man. I just got fucking pranked right now. Oh, okay, there you go. It's all an illusion. Alright. Fuck. It's actually not a prank. He does Street Magic videos. It's fake, Lola. He does the calculator trick. He didn't touch the phone. Where does he do that, Baron Boots? What does he do? I mean... here he's performing. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't think that he has to fake the stuff here. Let me check this one. NYC Magic with approaching a group. Let me check that out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As a matter of fact, you know what? Now that I realize it, he did reach out to me a little while ago, a couple months ago. He did reach out to me for some reason. I think it was about some view stuff. But I don't know. He's definitely not he doesn't fake this stuff.
All right, cool. Thank you. I love this show. We said they're all different.
Let's check this shit out.
Now I want you to believe that your card's there.
Those girls are kind of hot, though.
So
Let
you
me...
believe it's going to work. So
Okay, they're 12. They're not hot. Never mind. I didn't say that.
Yeah. Now believe the 10 of hearts is there. Ready?
Hey, boy.
Lift up your hands. Now look. Something already weird has happened. Right? The cards like stuck together.
Oh, my dog doing Jay Sankey.
Look at this.
Hey. That's good shit. I like that. It's all an illusion. I like that. I now remember that I've seen his videos before. You know, fuck, he's performing. That's not bad. I thought it was going to be like one of these, fucking David Blaine card trick exposed, cunt, fucking suck my dick. I thought it was going to be one of those. But yeah. I'm very antisocial, but I want to master magic. That's a very weird way of saying it. I mean, again, one of the reasons that people tend to get into magic is because of their inability to be social, right? So they use magic as kind of a conduit or as something to help them approach people. But as far as that, I mean, magic kind of pushes you to become an extrovert, and magic kind of pushes you to have to socialize with people, because if not, then what's the point? You're doing tricks for yourself in the mirror, right? So that's one of the good things and benefits about magic, that it kind of forces you to become and to, you know, make you more social and make you more outgoing. But again, that's going to come with practice, and it's going to come with a lot of failure in the beginning. And I think that is what people that's what turns people off about it, and why people stop doing it, because they just refuse to perform, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it's all about practice, and it's all about just going past your, what do you call this shit? Your social limitations, you know, to try to interact with people. So, the problem is gaining confidence to approach strangers. That's the hard bit, because if you're getting paid, you know, I haven't had that chance to actually have to go, hey, man, here, let me show you a trick. There's obviously a whole bunch of tricks to do it, like, hey, sir, is this your wallet? And then you light the wallet on fire. You know, there's certain tricks that you do to get people's attention. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with going up and introducing yourself. You know, hi, my name's blank. I really want to show you something weird. But again, there's a limit between being the weird person and then being the fucking person that is kind of the focus of the social interaction. So you don't want to be, hold up, that would make a big difference. Can't ask for paid work without the experience. Yeah, but experience doing magic, you don't have to be paid to get experience doing magic. You don't have to get paid to do that. And I'm sure that offering, you know, doing like a free gig, you know, going up to a restaurant and, you know, talking to the manager and saying, hey, I've noticed that you have an X amount of people during this time period. Do you mind me going in there and performing? I won't take any payment up front, you know, in the beginning. I don't think anybody would be opposed to that. So, you know, it's just different techniques. I really haven't gone up that avenue, so I really can't tell you much. But I just think that it's certain balls to go up to certain people. But I think that's what magic facilitates. Magic kind of is that thing that you could show to someone to get a reaction from a group of people that is not going up to them and punching them in the face. So let me see. I'll answer 2 more, and then I'm going to get the fuck out and see how I can get that free Red Bull, which apparently is not free. Motherfuckers. Why do black people have nightmares? Because we killed the only one with a dream. I'm aware of that joke, dog. Come on, man. Come on. Let me see if there's any other hot questions that I can answer here. Thanks for ruining it. I'm sorry. Any more hot questions? And then, let me see. Is your magician image similar to your YouTube image? Magician. I kind of get what you mean. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not much different in person than I am on YouTube. So, you know, I do ham it up a little bit. But, you know, it's pretty much very similar. Do you know Voodoo by Chris Ramsey? I have not seen it. I really like the original Guy Hollingsworth method, and I do have a couple methods of my own. But I'm sure Chris Ramsey, him and his infinite wisdom, I'm sure he came up with a great method. So for sure, it's probably worth it. To use cunt in performance, I do not. I do not use the word cunt. What's your favorite sleight? My favorite sleight. My favorite sleight. Oh, spread call for sure. I don't know why it took so long to think about that. But spread call for sure is my favorite slide, just because there's so many things you could do with it. You could force a card, you could control cards, you could separate the deck. There's just so much you could do with the fucking with the spread call. And I do have a lot of touches on that. I have a video specifically with a lot of touches on that motherfucker. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite moves. I know that obviously there's a Roadrunner call and all these different types of variations and variants of it, but it's just such a move that you could do so many things with it that I really enjoy it. Who else? DPS. I don't know what DPS is. Do you like Contraband by Theory 11? If you're talking about the playing cards, they're all right, but I don't know if Contraband is in effect. If you could perform one trick for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would be Back in Time by Jay Sankey. I've said that before. As far as Diagonal Palm Shift, I don't know if that was a good one. That was probably a really shitty one. But I don't know if... so Back in Time by Jay Sankey is definitely my favorite trick of all time. If I had one trick to perform, it would be that one. If not, it would be Out of This World. Definitely Out of This World is a great method. There's one that I have on a channel that's impromptu. That one's my fucking favorite way to do it. So if I had one trick to do, that's the one that I would do. That one, and then Shilling My Shit. Saying to check out paykick.me, check out patreon.me. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Because I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to go and figure out different ways to hide my ejaculation.